Good afternoon, I'm your weather anchor Summer Tadlock and welcome to Take 30 News. Find out what Super Bulldog Weekend's weather has in store for us later on in the show.
A recent attack early Monday morning has Russian police searching for suspects. If you are the user of an EpiPen, you may want to check its production date. Also, what brought several different cultures to MSU drill field? Find out all these stories and more coming up.
Your news, keeping our state informed. Broadcasting from the home of the Bulldogs. Now, from the University Television Studios of Mississippi State University, this is Take 30 News.
Good afternoon, I'm Elisa Anderson. An officer is dead in Iuka after admitting to a crime.
And I'm Brittany Land. A Russian subway was attacked Monday morning and has police searching for answers. This is our top story. A devastating attack took place in Russia Monday morning. Russian officials reported an explosion on a metro train after it left a station in the center of St. Petersburg, killing around 10 people and injuring dozens more. Russia's anti-terror agency found a second explosive device in the city, but was able to defuse it before its detonation. It is unknown who was behind the attack. However, the head of the Russian Federation Council's Defense Committee, Viktor Azarov, believes that it was merely a coincidence that this attack took place during Putin's visit.
A boiler at the Loy Lang Box Company in St. Louis, Missouri exploded early Monday morning, killing 3 people and injuring 4. According to the St. Louis Fire Department, debris from the explosion killed 1 box company employee but also affected 3 surrounding buildings. A van-sized piece of the boiler was propelled from the box company's building into a nearby healthcare linen building, killing 2 people. 2 of the injured individuals are in critical condition and the other 2 are in stable condition. The Collapse Rescue Task Force, St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, and the Occupational Safety and Health Administration have all opened an investigation on the incident.
Around 81,000 Mylan EpiPen devices have been recalled in certain countries and is planned to expand across the U.S., Europe, Asia, as well as North and South America. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is warning users that the device may fail to activate due to a defective part. As of now, only EpiPens prescribed from December 17, 2015 to July 1, 2016 are being recalled. Consumers who are affected by the recall are being advised to contact Mylan at 800-796-9526 or email customer.service@mylan.com with concerns.
After admitting to a molestation crime against a 17-year-old boy, Tishomingo police officer Russ Robinson was found dead at his Iuka home from a fatal blow to the head. Robinson was questioned by police about the incident and confessed that he pulled over the teen on a back road and molested him. Unfortunately, Robinson also admitted to molesting other minors while working at Brooks grocery store in Iuka. After finding Robinson's body, police seized his computer to help with their investigation.
Following February's education cuts, the Mississippi legislature has made changes to the state's financial aid program. Students receiving more than one state-supported grant will no longer have that luxury. The bill does, however, allow students who are eligible for multiple grants to be awarded the highest paying one. The stacked grants bill also demands that state colleges and universities check recipients' GPA each semester, opposed to annually, to eliminate students from the program that are no longer eligible.
Around 4 a.m. on Friday morning, a house alarm went off in a neighborhood on Louisville Street. Before the alarm went off, these 3 suspects were caught on surveillance cameras. The Starkville Police Department has asked for the public's help with finding these suspects. If you have any information on the case, contact the Starkville Police Department at 662-323-4131. Also, Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers may offer a cash reward if you have any information. Their number is 662-494-0109.
Storms rolled through Starkville late Sunday night into early Monday morning. A tornado watch was in effect for the area as well. The storms brought strong winds up to 20 miles per hour, lightning strikes, and heavy rain. It caused some damage to parts of Starkville. Trees were uprooted, fences were blown down, and several homes lost power. The storm also caused flooding in some areas.
Summer, this weather has been so beautiful today. Will the weather stay consistent for Super Bulldog Weekend?
Yes, it will. We're going to have nothing but sunny and clear skies for the rest of the weekend. Find out what the rest of this weekend's weather has in store for us later on in the show.
You're watching Take 30 News, broadcasting live from Mississippi State University's television studios. Stay tuned for more Take 30 News coming up on MSTV. Our state, our news.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm your weather anchor, Summer Tadlock, and let's take a look at our current conditions. So looking at today, right now we're looking at a 71-degree temperature, which is good. It's going to increase later on in the day. As you can tell, this is the time of the day that we are going to be going lower in temperatures at night and then increasing during the day. So we have 18 miles per hour winds. I'm sure you could tell on your radar class it was super windy this morning. And so looking at partly cloudy right now and 0% of rain for you. Looking at our regional forecast, Jackson is at 80, and then in Tupelo, 67. So they're a little bit lower than we are. As you can tell, all of our regions are going to be increasing the rest of the week because we are getting into those summer temperatures. Looking at our conditions for tonight in Starkville, Mississippi, 14 miles per hour, so the wind is still up there, along with 62, so you can tell that our temperatures are decreasing during the night, and a 0% chance of rain as well. Looking at tomorrow's planner is going to be 8 o'clock, sunny and cool. Perfect for you. 2 p.m. sunny again, and 5 p.m. sunny as well. So you can tell that the rest of the week we are going to be clear and free of rain. Looking at the weekend forecast for you, you know it's Super Bowl weekend, which we're super excited about. And we're going to watch all of our baseball players do their thing. So looking at 65 degrees for Friday, 42 at night. Saturday, looking at 73, Sunday 80. So the whole weekend it will be clear skies and no rain involved. Super Bulldog weekend, like I said earlier, we are talking about the weekend. We're super excited about the games. So what we did was do a little tote bag and a little purse, maybe have some sunglasses and a ball cap ready because you will be wanting to protect your skin. Water bottle because you will be getting dehydrated out there in the sun all weekend. Pack some sunscreen and some chapstick and bring your camera and a sweater for the cool night so you can enjoy your game. That is all I have for you for weather. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you for that, Summer. I know a lot of people on Sunday night were worried about the weather, so I'm glad we have that all cleared up. And coming up next, Summer Tadlock sits down with Nadia Elalehi to learn more about the concert Music Maker Productions is putting on tonight. Stay tuned.
Our world is changing. The way we work, the way we connect, the way we see things around us. At Mississippi State University, we're agents of change, creating our own bright futures, solving real problems, turning challenges into possibilities, and lighting the way to a whole new world of emerging markets. Through MSU's new state-of-the-art Center for Entrepreneurship and Outreach, we're collaborating across campus, sharing perspectives and resources of multiple disciplines to power dreams. But we're so much more than dreamers. We've launched hundreds of student-led businesses, earning millions in revenue, and impacting our state's economy in new and creative ways. We're the next generation of business leaders, and we're ready for a changing world. How do we know we're ready? Because we're the ones changing it.
Good afternoon and welcome to Take 30 News. We're here with Nadia Elagahi and she is with Music Maker Productions. Thank you so much for coming. We're super excited to have you.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Of course. So you were the co-director of the Old Main Music Festival, correct? So basically, we just want to know what you do everyday basis with the Music Maker Productions and just what goes on.
Yeah. So my role as Old Main co-director is slowly coming to an end. So because we had that this weekend and it was great. So what I've been doing all year is just making sure all those logistics and details are nailed down, and so that's finally coming to an end. But as a music maker, we just make sure that we're constantly keeping up with new music trends, who our students and community are listening to, and just making sure we're marketing, we're posting, we're trying to get people to our concerts and knowing about Music Makers. So it's pretty much like an everyday thing. Music Makers is always in my life, even if I'm just driving down the road listening to a band.
So to be in Music Maker's production, I can imagine you have to be very passionate about music. So I can tell that you are. So tell us a little bit about your passion and what drove you to want to do this.
Yeah, so I've known about Music Maker since I was in high school, and something I really love about it is the power to bring happiness to a group of people through a concert. And there's nothing better, and any music maker will tell you this, there's nothing better than standing in the background and watching the crowd, because you know that you were able to put that on and you were able to do that for other people. So that's really what brings me to it. And when things get hard or when I'm really stressed out, I just remember that my passion comes from making other people happy through our concerts.
So that's what you feel like you give back to Mississippi State University, your university that you've been here for 4 years, is that. So that's just great. I love
Definitely.
that. So speaking of concerts, we have a special guest at Mississippi State tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we have Ben Rector tonight, and we have been trying to get Ben Rector since my freshman year. This is my 4th year on Music Makers, and we finally got Ben Rector, and we were able to bring it to the students for only $5, and that was really cool because we sold it out in a day. So it is a sold out show, and people were lined up at like 7 in the morning, and so no more tickets are available. I'm sure there's some people trying to sell some, but as far as that goes, there will be no cover tonight. Doors are at 7. Ben Rector starts at 7:30, and if you want to get there early because it's general admission, you're more than welcome to line up outside of Lee Hall, and then we'll start filtering into the auditorium starting at 7.
So I can imagine because y'all have tried for so long to get this artist, you're super excited to have him here. What is your personal, Music Makers, what is it about him that why you chose him?
Yeah, so what you can expect from tonight is just a lot of energy, and it's going to be a great spirit. And something I love about Ben Rector is he's pegged as a Christian artist, but I think he's just an artist. You don't have to believe a certain thing or listen to a certain type of music to enjoy Ben Rector. He's just genuine, and he really just wants everyone to enjoy his music, not just one group of people. So that's something that I really enjoy about Ben Rector from that style of music, is that he doesn't just fall under one category, and he's got great energy. So that's something that's going to happen at the show tonight.
I know that everybody's so excited. I've heard all my friends very excited about it.
Good.
So it's just great that y'all are able to give back to the university and do something that we love. So speaking of upcoming events, what can we expect from to continued after Ben Rector? What other artists are we looking at for the future?
So we announced it right after Ben Rector. We have Alabama Shakes for free on April 26th at the amphitheater, and that was a huge grab. Another band that we've been trying to get for so long. So that is what you can expect. It's on the last day of classes, and it's just going to be one big celebration, and that is going to be an amazing concert.
I know that everybody is
pumped about it.
Yes, people are so excited, and I even heard about that. It was a very long time ago. That y'all got that rolling. So that's super awesome, and we're just so excited to have you here today and just be able to let you talk about the exciting events coming up. But that is going to be all we have for today. So thank you so much for tuning in with us, and stay with us to see what's coming up next.
What drives you? What pushes you forward? Is it an appetite to be the best, or a calling to make a difference? For those of us here at Mississippi State University, it's both. We're designing a future where cutting-edge hybrid technology isn't imported from overseas, but exported from our own backyard. We're working toward a day when solutions to energy independence move at 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds and are as simple as charging a phone. A day when fuel economy and environmentally friendly are viewed as less of a compromise and look more like this. For us, turning heads in the auto industry is great, but living up to the hype is even better. That's because it's about more than simply envisioning the future. It's about getting there. And here at Mississippi State, we know just the ride to take.
This past weekend, our very own Devron Cheatham went out to the International Fiesta at Mississippi State University.
On the drill field at Mississippi State campus at the International Fiesta, it allows students, faculty, staff, and the community to come out and enjoy new things from different countries, including food, watching singing and dancing, and eating sweets.
So Tom TB tells us about his first experience.
First time we participate here, and that's really amazing. I never be here before, but this is the first time for us to participate here, and we just like it actually. It's really amazing.
Kids were able to play games as parents sat and watched events such as dancing, singing, and learning about the different cultures. Some of the cultures that were there was Brazil, Iraq, and China. Matt Sherman explains why he came to the International Fiesta.
Trying to do here in our organization, No Lost Generation, is spread awareness to the fact of the lack of representation that the Syrians have here in campuses like Mississippi State.
This weekend will be a busy one for the city of Starkville. The annual Super Bowl Bulldog Weekend is set to start Friday. The spring football game will be held in Davis Wade, and the baseball team will be hosting Kentucky. The Cotton District Art Festival will be on Saturday and features several different food and local as well as national art vendors. A full schedule of the weekend events are available on hailstate.com. While popular musicians like Tav Lowe and Sia are featured in most playlists, some have their playlists filled with songs done by their favorite a cappella groups. Take 30's Jacob Frost has more on a new a cappella group starting on Mississippi State's campus.
A cappella groups like Pentatonics and Twisted Measure perform songs of other musicians with their own a cappella twist. Musician power couple Lexi Roderlin and Brandon Fisher were the very ones keeping the a cappella genre alive.
I think a cappella music shows originality, especially with people like beatboxers. They can really be original with the different beats that they make. They can literally imitate any instrument, and it's basically a freedom of expression. I think when you're singing regular choir music, it's a very different tone than when you're singing a cappella music. A cappella for the most part is very uplifting. And
bringing a new style of music to the campus of Mississippi State University, Brandon Fisher tells the hardships of starting something new.
It started when Lexi and I were kind of in the later years of our senior year. We kind of knew that once we joined a college, we were going to want to either join an a cappella group or form one if there wasn't one. So when we came here, we saw that there wasn't one, unfortunately, and we started to put in motion a not really thought through plan. It kind of started out of nowhere, and we kind of were just like, how do you start a group on campus? What are the steps we got to do? And we kind of just went through the motions.
The group will perform a set of songs at the end of the year on Monday, April 24th in either the Union Doghouse or the Chapel of Memories.
Music festivals like Bill Street Music Fest and Hangout Music Festival, Bonnaroo, and others are about to start around the South. And there are dangers that can easily be avoided by keeping a few things in mind. Partying safe. Keep tabs on how much alcohol you consume. Take breaks while the concerts are fun. Heat strokes can set in very quickly. Stay cool and hydrated. Keep water on you at all times and hang out in the shade as much as possible. Keeping these things in mind will keep you safe and having fun. Beyonce fans are going wild after hearing the highly acclaimed artist is a top candidate to voice Nala in the live-action Lion King remake. Director Jon Favreau believes she will agree to do the role. If Beyonce agrees to take on the role, she will join Donald Glover, who will be the voice of Simba, and James Earl Jones, who will be voicing Mufasa. The film is set to begin production later this year. Technology improvements are continuing to surface. The Samsung Galaxy S8 was announced last week and is expected to be released in the U.S. on April 21st and the U.K. on April 28th. Aside from improvements to the performance and power, users can expect to see 3 advancements. The phone will have a 5.8 massive infinity display screen. Bixby AI Assistant will be accessible directly through a few keys. And the third change is that the user interface has a more clean and natural appearance. The new smartphone will cost around $728. Several MSU fans came out to show their support for the Lady Dogs on Monday. Find out more about this next.
Our world is changing. The way we work, the way we connect, the way we see things around us. At Mississippi State University, we're agents of change, creating our own bright futures, solving real problems, turning challenges into possibilities, and lighting the way to a whole new world of emerging markets. Through MSU's new state-of-the-art Center for Entrepreneurship and Outreach, we're collaborating across campus, sharing perspectives and resources of multiple disciplines to power dreams. But we're so much more than dreamers. We've launched hundreds of student-led businesses, earning millions in revenue, and impacting our state's economy in new and creative ways. We're the next generation of business leaders, and we're ready for a changing world. How do we know we're ready? Because we're the ones changing it.
Welcome back. I'm Olivia Roberts. The Lady Dogs received a warm welcome from a few hundred of their friends, family, and fans Monday afternoon. We talked to a few fans, and the word often repeated were family. And as the saying goes, Mississippi State has family, not fans. Supporters of the team have come to know these girls over the years and offered their support after a loss in the national championship. The Lady Dogs showed their appreciation and gave hugs and signed autographs. Although the Lady Dogs didn't win it all, many fans are confident that next year will be their year. While the Bulldogs may have been in good spirits Monday at their homecoming celebration, Sunday night was less than expected for the Lady Bulldogs. Playing in their first national championship proved to be a tall task as they lost to South Carolina for the third time this season, 55-67. MVP of the game of the Final Four, Asia Wilson, tore the Bulldogs defense apart and scored 23 points and had 10 rebounds. This was the Gamecocks' first championship for their women's baseball program, and they became the second SEC team in history to win a national championship. The 2016-2017 season will be one that the Bulldog fans won't forget anytime soon. 35 wins in the season, reaching their first Elite Eight, Final Four, and national championship in program history has put this basketball program in the national spotlight. Victoria Vivians and Morgan Williams were also named to the All-Final Four team. The win against UConn has been called one of the greatest upsets of all time. The Lady Bulldogs were the first team to beat the Lady Huskies since their 2014 loss to Stanford. This past weekend, the Mississippi State Diamond Dogs swept under number 19 Ole Miss in a 3-game SEC series in Oxford. This is the first time since 2003 that MSU has won all 3 games against Ole Miss. The Diamond Dogs are now 6-3 in league play. Head coach Andy Cannizaro said the crowds were great and there was so much energy in the ballpark. We won 3 games and we did it in 3 different ways, in his quote. The 5 pitchers, Jake Mangum, Cole Gordon, Graham Ashcraft, Riley Self, and Spencer Price, allowed 4 hits, 4 walks, while striking out 5. Brent Rooker continued his hot streak this past weekend and was awarded SEC Player of the Week. This past week, Rooker recorded 17 bases and had a slugging percentage of .00. This is Rooker's second Player of the Week award this season, and he leads the SEC in 7 different categories and is second in 2. Rooker helped lead MSU to a 4-0 week and looks to help State stay on their hot streak headed into Super Bulldog weekend. March has come to a close, and with it we say goodbye to the NCAA men's basketball tournament. In the heat of Phoenix, North Carolina bested Gonzaga to clinch their 6th title, which is the 3rd most in college hoops. Defense was a huge factor in this contest as the Tar Heels forced the Bulldogs into 14 turnovers and held them to a 33.9 field goal percentage. The tug of war ended in the dying moments of the game with a clutch block turned assist by UNC's Kennedy Meeks, setting the Tar Heels up to win 71-65. It's Masters Week in Augusta, Georgia, and fans of golf all over the world will be watching. The first round of the tournament will begin on Thursday, with the final round finishing up on Sunday. Danny Willett from England, who won last year's tournament, will be in the field of golfers again this year. The world's #1 ranked golfer, Dustin Johnson, has become the favorite to win this year's tournament, but several other top players are also looking to get the famous green jacket. Running with Dogs, high school students from St. Joseph's cross country team earned community service hours, got extra practice, and helped get shelter dogs out of their everyday environment. The team recently took time out to let about a dozen pups participate in their morning run. Stacy Silva, coordinator of Santa Barbara County Animal Services, recently saw a Facebook post from head coach Luis Escobar's page about upcoming practices and thought it would be great to include the dogs. Since Coach Escobar is a known dog lover, he took advantage of the opportunity before allowing the students to head out for a mile-long run. They were each paired with a dog partner. That's all I have in sports for you today. Back at the desk.
So Brittany, do you have any big plans for Super Bulldog weekend?
Yes, I definitely want to make it to the Cotton District Arts Festival because I've been here for 4 years and have not had the chance to go yet, and I heard that's awesome, so I definitely want to do that. I want to go to the spring football game, and I want to go to the baseball games and all that. What about you?
I'm actually going to the Cotton District Arts Festival for the first time as well, so I'm super excited.
Okay, well, maybe I'll see you
Yes,
there.
and then on Saturday, I'm of course going to the spring game because football is one of my favorite sports.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
And so that's my weekend plans this weekend.
Okay, well, maybe I'll see you there. Well, that's all we have on the show today. Thank y'all so much for joining us. I'm Brittany Land.
And I'm Elisa Anderson. Have a great night.